Sports Nights with Jorge.
All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge once again. Thank you so much for joining in. Day 5 for the Miami Dolphins training camp. Some good news, not bad news, but as we all know, it's only practice. Something I'm going to talk about actually 4 cornerbacks that we have down right now. One has a torn ACL. The other 3 we just see what happens. And let me get to the picture here. So Weaver has his hand full, believe it or not, guys. This is something that Dolphins are guaranteed they're going to work this offseason. But right now we have 4 cornerbacks down. And that leaves Miami with the 2 signings yesterday, which we also have Ethan Barner, so hopefully he could step in. Pretty fast guy. The only thing he's not good with coverage. But let me tell you what we have so far. We have 4 cornerbacks that were sidelined on Monday. Storm Duck, reason undisclosed. Kader Kahu, leg injury, still being evaluated. B.J. Adams, concussion protocol. And, of course, Artie Burns on the injury reserve with a torn ACL. And those are you guys right there on the screen. Those are the guys right now that are actually officially out to further notice, except, Artie, which is number 23 in the corner there with the Seattle Seahawks. He played for the Seattle Seahawks. He's actually out for the whole year. So we don't know yet what happened to Storm Duck. All I know, he had swollen on his knee, waiting until the swollen to go down, and hopefully we get some good news. But all said and done, like I want to say, guys, yes, this is something that each team go through every year. I know we all talk about injuries and discuss injury, and as fans, we get upset with it because, our terminology is here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Well, that's okay. So, but they did have good practice today. There's good things with Tua connecting with Tyreek Hill today. A couple of deep passes, one for a touchdown. That's good news. This is something they had to get together again and be sure they could communicate, have the same chemistry, and like I said, they're both competitors. They both want to win. They both are hungry, and they expect to win this year. They expect to have actually a good time. To be honest with you, man, Waddle's the guy I'm worried about. So, Tua was wearing the orange jersey, by the way. He had a great game. He followed up with a 5th consecutive practice without an interception. A day that include multiple completion to Tyreek Hill, including a 3-yard TD pass, multiple throws to Jalen Waddle, including a 17-yarder and a 10-yard touchdown pass to Tanner Conner in the red drill zone. Tua also completed a long TD pass to Hill, beating Jason Marshall Jr., but the play was neglected because of Chop Robinson was credited with a sack. Once again, here's how the first 11-11 drill unfolded. Austin Jackson committed a false start, and Devontae Achane was limited to 2 yards on a run. But Achane then broke off an 8-yard run. Linebacker Willie Gay Jr. seems to be credited with a sack, nullifying a Tua Tagovailoa sideline throw to Hill. More Kamara had a run stop, which that's great to hear. Zach Wilson failed to connect with Malik Washington on a pass over the middle. Grayston Murphy had an excellent stop at the backfield on a run by Ollie Gordon II. By Gordon shows swiftness on a 4-yard run. Alexander Madison then had a nice run about 6. Ben Still applied pressure on Quinn Edwards, who could easily have been ruled a sack. Jalen Wright followed with a short gain. Then you have Tua then hit Hill, who beat Isaiah Johnson on a slant for about 20 yards. Gay had great coverage on Madison on the corner at the end of the end zone, forcing an incomplete pass from Tua in the red zone drill, which is good to hear. Gordon then had two short run inside the 5, neither crossed the goal line. That's what I'm worried about. We need to get that offensive line beefed up so we could get that touchdown in the end zone. We need it on 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. Matt Dickerson and Channing Tindall had a sack on Zach Wilson. On the next goal line play, Jordan Brooks then blew up a running play, stopping right at the line of scrimmage. That's good to hear. Once again, Tua then hit right for a short gain. Jalen Waddle gained about 8 yards on the ends and around, but Zach Sealer stopped him short. Imagine that, Zach Sealer stopping a quick receiver. That is amazing guy. Short of the goal line, Isaiah Johnson had a coverage and an incomplete goal line throw from Tua Tagovailoa to Malik Washington. Tua then hit Hill for a 3-yard touchdown pass, beating Kendall Sheffield. Red zone drill continued with Quinn Edwards hitting Connor for a 10-yard gain and then hitting rookie A.J. Henning for a short touchdown. In between, two players were foiled by bad snap by undrafted rookie Addison West. Then we have with Craig Arkenman, if I spell, I think it's Arkenman, replacing Danny Crossman as a special team coach. Hill has been returning more punts to practice than might be. This is something that, let me pause there for a second. We don't need Tyreek Hill on punt returns. We don't need Tyreek Hill on kickoff returns. Regardless, man, we need to get somebody in there. Okay, we need somebody to get in there, at least a punt returner. I don't care who it is. We got to get somebody, Malik Washington, somebody that could, even Westbrook. I know he's a wide receiver, but this is crazy, guys. So, anyhow, Jason Sanders hit all 6 field goals attempt with the long of 45 yards. So the kicker had a good game also. So, good practice, by the way. Then we have during an 11-11, rookie Marshall was beaten on a 17-yard catch by Waddle. Connor caught a short pass from Tua Tagovailoa. Jalen Phillips stopped A-Chain for no gain. That's good to hear from him. And a running play, Robinson sack nullified the 60-yard TD pass from Tua Tagovailoa to Tyreek Hill. Wilson nearly threw an interception to Gay, who dropped it. Gay is everywhere all at once. I mean, Wilson then had 2 completions for a decent gain, including one for Tarek Black, then hit Nick Westbrook for a 40-yard catch and run touchdown. Edwards, who has had a very solid camp, has hit Andrew Armstrong on a 15-yard cornerback. So if you see, man, the Dolphins are improving on that side, but still, my concern is the offensive line. Protection. I know it's only 11-11. It's them against each other, but when they have to face the real teams, those are the things you got to look at. So that is my concern, with the Dolphins. But like I say, I'm not worried about defense, guys. Defense, I think they're solid. I think they're going to be good. Stay healthy. Listen, it's going to be a team to be reckoned with. That's the way I see it. I mean, right now they're a very good team. So, I mean, I ask myself, can we just stay healthy, man, and keep this? The good thing about they can move their edgers, because you got Chop Robinson, you got Jaden Phillip, and you got Chubbs. So, and the offensive line, that's the one I told you I'm worried about. Why? Because that's one that we have to, pay attention to. Why? Because Daniel's coming back from an injury. Austin Jackson did not have a good day today. Allowed a couple of sacks, pressure. Patrick Paul had a good game. The rookie from Maryland, always can't even say his name. I had to get his name right because people are saying George get his name right. Savanaya had a good game, but it's that other side of the football that I'm worried about. And hopefully that takes time. I mean, I have much to say today, but it was a great camp for these guys, and I'm glad that they finally get it together. Remember, they'll practice again, and then they'll face individual teams at their practice, and then they'll, I think, first game of preseason is on the 7th against the Chicago Bears. Yeah, we're not going to see any starters. We're going to see how. I really want to see how Wilson does. Wilson and Edwards. I mean, I want to see what these two quarterbacks could do for this team. Because now you're dealing with different scenarios, different situation with different football teams. So, but listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, the like button. Great training camp for this team. Listen, I see this defensive team. I mean, I think that's probably one of the strongest of this team. The weakest link, excuse me, is the offensive line. I'm going to say that. That's what I'm worried about, the offensive line right now. But on defense, I have no worries. Not even on the secondary. I mean, Mika continued to do plays. Mika is a tremendous leader. By the way, I know you guys heard about yesterday when I reported the cap space. We freed up $11 million. We have the tight end from Seattle visit the team today. Hopefully, we'll get good news signing him. Zach Sealer contract will be extended. That's coming soon, too. I believe so. If they don't, it'll be very disappointed, guys. Listen, you guys are going out there saying the same thing about signing Wilkins. Not a bad guy. Don't mind signing him, but injuries, we don't need injured players, man. He's a great guy. I know him and Sealer has a great chemistry together. They're like brothers. They're like brothers right now, and things happen in the National Football League. But unfortunately, we don't need to sign a player like that right now. We need to focus what we need to focus, which is the offensive line and our cornerbacks, which I think Hilton and Jack Jones will do a good job. So, anyhow, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. And listen, fins up, guys. I'll be doing short videos in the afternoon. Then I'll be going live, hopefully, on the weekend. God bless you all, man. Listen, to fans, especially Dolphin fans, don't give up on your team, man. Support your team 100%. I know we're frustrated. We haven't won a playoff in 25 years. But I do see a change in 2025. Believe it or not, I was just looking at numbers, and I know I don't look at numbers. I'm not a number guys. You guys know that. But I look at the players, and they got depth in running back. They got depth in linebacker. Up front, they got depth in defensive tackle. On defense, like I said, I have no problem. You might say the secondary, listen, you put pressure. The secondary don't have to worry about nothing. The cornerback don't have to worry about nothing. But the pressure has to get to the quarterback. That's what Miami weakness is. They have to sack the quarterback. They sack the quarterback. Listen, it's going to be a career year for the Miami Dolphins when it comes to these players. I'm looking at players that will break out, even though Chubb did good last year with 9, 10 sacks, some of that. I'm projecting him 11 sacks, and I know it's probably too much because you got Jalen coming in. But listen, if you mix all these rush, edgers, that they, pass rush. Listen, it's gonna be interesting to see. I just feel that I feel comfortable with the defense. Don't feel comfortable yet with the offense. They're probably a player, 2 players away. But once again, who knows? Once again, thank you so much, and you guys have a blessed day, and see you guys later.